Pete Townshend grew up in a musical household in West London, born to parents who both played instruments and sang. His father was a professional saxophonist, and his mother a singer, which meant music was a significant part of his early life. This environment naturally led him to learn various instruments from a young age. Townshend was also influenced by his grandmother, who played the piano and encouraged his musical interests. As a teenager, he was drawn to rock and roll and was particularly inspired by artists like Little Richard and guitarist Link Wray. His schoolmate John Entwistle introduced him to Roger Daltrey, leading to the formation of The Who, where Townshend's skills as a songwriter and guitarist would flourish. These early experiences and connections were crucial in shaping his career in music. Pete Townshend is a musician known for his work with the rock band The Who. He's been a key figure in music, creating songs that many people love. As a songwriter and guitarist, his talent has shaped rock music. Now, we're curious about your connection to Pete Townshend. What's something about him that you find interesting? Maybe a story that's not well known? Or do you have a special memory linked to his music? Your experiences add a personal touch to his story, and we'd love to hear them. Stay tuned because we've got a mix of surprising, humorous, and touching facts about Pete Townshend coming up. Share your stories and memories with us. They make the history of music richer for everyone. Pete Townshend, the lead guitarist of The Who, found his love for music early on. As a child, he was captivated by the sounds of rock and roll. This passion was ignited when he first saw his grandmother's piano and felt an instant connection. He would spend hours creating tunes, showing a natural talent for melody. His defining moment came during his time at art school, where he realized that music, more than art, was his true calling. He began writing songs, each one a step closer to his future as a rock legend. His dedication to music was clear when he smashed his guitar on stage, not out of anger, but to express the power and emotion of his performance. This act became a symbol of his commitment to his craft and helped shape the path of rock music. Pete Townshend is best known as the guitarist and songwriter for the rock band The Who. His work with The Who includes albums like Tommy and Quadrophenia, which are classics in rock music. For those new to his work, Tommy is a must-listen as it is one of the first rock operas and showcases his skill in blending storytelling with music. Another significant album, Who's Next, features hits like Baba O'Reilly and Behind Blue Eyes. Townshend also has solo albums such as Empty Glass and All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes. His music has influenced many and continues to be celebrated by fans around the world. Pete Townshend faced tough times when he started his music career. He had little money and people in the music business did not believe in him. But he did not give up. He found new ways to make music and show his talent. He worked hard and kept going, even when it was hard. His strong will and smart thinking helped him succeed. Pete Townshend, known for his work with the rock band The Who, achieved significant recognition on Broadway in 1993. His musical The Who's Tommy, which he scored both music and lyrics for, earned him a Tony Award, sharing the honor with John Kander and Fred Ebb for their work on Kiss of the Spider-Woman the musical. Additionally, Townshend was nominated for Best Book for the same musical alongside Des McAnuff. Before his success, Pete's musical journey had its twists. Initially, he picked up the guitar but switched to the banjo to join a traditional jazz band called the Confederates. It wasn't until after a disagreement with this band that he returned to the guitar, which became a defining instrument in his career. Music was a part of Pete's life from an early age, influenced by his mother Betty, who was a singer. This early exposure to music undoubtedly played a role in shaping his path as a musician and composer. Pete Townshend's career had several key moments that shaped his journey as a musician. The release of the album Tommy with The Who in 1969 was a significant event. This rock opera was a bold new concept and received high praise for its creativity. It told a story through its songs, which was a new idea at the time. The success of Tommy led to more ambitious projects like Quadrophenia. Critics and fellow musicians saw Townshend as a pioneer who pushed the boundaries of rock music. His work influenced many artists and bands that came after him. Townshend also gained recognition for his dynamic playing style and songwriting skills. His ability to create songs that connected with fans was clear in hits like My Generation and Baba O'Reilly. These songs remain popular and continue to inspire musicians today. Pete Townshend's journey with The Who is marked by notable events that shaped his career. At Woodstock, he made headlines for ejecting Abbie Hoffman from the stage, ensuring the band's performance went uninterrupted. His musical talent was recognized with the Laurence Olivier Theatre Award for the musical production of Tommy, which he shared with John Entwistle. Before these achievements, it was Roger Daltrey's invitation and John Entwistle's support that led him to join The Who, setting the stage for his future successes. Pete Townshend, the guitarist for The Who, is known for his energetic style and innovative work. He approaches music with a focus on storytelling and emotion, often drawing from his own life experiences. His songs reflect his thoughts on life, change, and the human condition. Townshend's personal journey, including struggles and successes, shapes his music, making it deeply personal yet relatable. His use of guitar feedback and power chords has influenced many and changed rock music. Townshend's work shows his belief in music as a force for good and a way to connect with others. Pete Townshend's early life was marked by a significant family upheaval. As a child, he faced the separation of his parents, which led to him living with his grandmother. Unfortunately, she suffered from mental health issues, which added to the challenges of his young life. Years later, in 2003, Townshend faced legal trouble when he admitted to accessing illegal content online. This resulted in a police caution and his name being added to a register for 5 years. Despite these personal setbacks, Townshend's professional life included notable moments, such as his performance with The Who at Woodstock. During this iconic event, he had a confrontation with Abbie Hoffman and also had a physical altercation with Michael Wadley, the director of the documentary film capturing the festival, as they took the stage. Townshend's journey reflects a mix of personal struggles and professional milestones. Pete Townshend, the guitarist and main songwriter for The Who, has been a major force in rock music. His work with the band and as a solo artist has shaped the sound of rock and influenced many musicians. Townshend introduced the concept of the rock opera with Tommy, expanding the scope of what rock music could be. His use of guitar feedback and power chords set new standards for rock guitarists. Experts note his storytelling through music pushed boundaries, making listeners think and feel deeply. Musicians inspired by Townshend often mention his fearless creativity and willingness to experiment. His songs have become staples in rock music, covered by many bands, showing his lasting effect on the industry. Pete Townshend showed his support for human rights by performing at the Amnesty International Benefit Show in 1979. He was the first major rock star to give his time to this cause. At the Monterey Pop Festival, he and Jimi Hendrix disagreed about their performance order. The decision was made by a coin toss. In 1993, Townshend shared a Tony Award for Best Score with John Kander and Fred Ebb, marking a rare tie in the award's history. He received this honor for his work on The Who's Tommy, which was recognized alongside Kiss of the Spider-Woman, the musical. Pete Townshend, known for his work with The Who, is also active in his personal life. He has a deep interest in spirituality and has supported various children's charities. His passion for music education led him to establish a scholarship for students. He has been involved in fundraising for drug rehabilitation clinics, recognizing the challenges artists face. His personal experiences have shaped his support for these causes, reflecting his belief in giving back and helping others. Townshend's actions show his commitment to making a positive difference in the world beyond his music. Pete Townshend, known for his role in the band, The Who, had a memorable moment at Woodstock. During their performance, Abbie Hoffman interrupted to speak about John Sinclair's arrest. Townshend responded by kicking him off the stage. Years later, in an episode of The Simpsons featuring The Who, it was actually Pete's brother Paul who voiced the character of Pete. Additionally, Pete's musical work was recognized when The Who's Tommy was nominated for a Joseph Jefferson Award for its production at the Circle Theater in Chicago. Pete Townshend has been a guiding force in rock music, shaping it with his songwriting and innovative guitar work. His role in The Who and his solo career have influenced many artists. Looking ahead, he aims to keep creating music that speaks to new generations. His advice for those starting out is to stay true to their unique style and to keep learning. He stresses the importance of practice, dedication, and the courage to share one's own voice in their work. Townshend believes that by staying focused and passionate, anyone can make a meaningful contribution to music. Pete Townshend, known for his work with The Who, has also played lead guitar for other famous musicians. He has worked with Elton John, David Bowie, and Mick Jagger. Townshend has tinnitus, which is a ringing sound in his ears. This is because he was around very loud music for many years. He also helped Eric Clapton stop using heroin. As a thank you, Clapton played in the movie Tommy in 1975, which Townshend was involved in. Pete Townshend's journey in music is a story of a person driven by a love for sound and performance. From the early days with The Who, his bold guitar work and songwriting helped shape rock music. He pushed boundaries with the first rock operas, bringing new depth to rock and roll. His solo work continued this spirit of exploration. Townshend's songs gave voice to the thoughts and feelings of many, and his energetic performances showed his dedication to his craft. His work has inspired musicians and fans for generations, proving that with creativity and hard work, one can leave a lasting echo in the world of music. Pete Townshend's last name is said like Townshend. He is known for his work with The Who. During their first TV show, they planned to end their song My Generation with a bang. They wanted more explosives for a bigger effect. But Keith Moon, the drummer, secretly added even more. The result was a massive explosion. Moon got hurt, and Townshend's hearing was damaged, which caused him problems later on. In 2008, Townshend and his bandmate Roger Daltrey received a Kennedy Center Award for their influence on American culture through the arts. Pete Townshend, known for his groundbreaking work with The Who, made a significant change in his career path in late 1983. After a year of reflection following The Who's farewell tour, he chose to leave the band. Despite this, The Who did not completely disband and continued to perform live shows and tour occasionally. In a new chapter of his life, Pete's daughter Emma has followed in his footsteps and has become a recording artist herself. Adding to the excitement, Pete is collaborating with Roger Daltrey on a new The Who album, which will be their first collection of new songs since the release of It's Hard in 1982. This project marks a notable return to the studio for the legendary rock duo. Pete Townshend, a celebrated music artist, shares his birthday with other famous musicians like Dusty Hill, Phil Rudd, and Joey Rahman. His music reached a wide audience through the popular TV series CSI and its spin-offs, which featured his songs as theme music. Adding to his family's musical legacy, his daughter Emma contributed vocals to his 1985 hit Face to Face and was featured in the music video, showcasing a shared talent between father and daughter. Pete Townshend, known for his groundbreaking work with The Who, was honored by being elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1990. His musical talent runs in the family. His father, Clive, played the saxophone for the Squadronaires, a well-known Royal Air Force dance band. In 2003, The Who's album Tommy, released in 1969, was celebrated as the third greatest concept album of all time by Classic Rock magazine. This album has stood the test of time and continues to be celebrated for its storytelling and musical innovation. Pete Townshend, the lead guitarist of the rock band The Who, experienced a significant event that impacted his hearing for the rest of his life. This happened during a performance on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour in 1967, where an explosion occurred unexpectedly. He shares this musical journey with bandmates Roger Daltrey, as well as the late John Entwistle and Keith Moon. Offstage, Pete is also known for his family ties, being the brother of Paul Townshend and Simon Townshend. Pete Townshend, a talented musician, shares his life with Rachel Fuller and calls Richmond, England, his home. His work in music is widely recognized with albums like Empty Glass, All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes, and White City, a novel standing out in his solo career. These albums, released between 1980 and 1985, showcase his skill and passion for music, leaving a lasting impression on listeners and fellow musicians alike. Pete Townshend, the driving force behind the rock band The Who, has made significant strides in his personal and professional life. His bandmate Roger Daltrey's performance in The Who's Tommy was recognized with a nomination for a prestigious theater award in 2015, highlighting the lasting appeal of their music. Townshend himself turned a corner in 1982, overcoming severe addictions, a personal victory that fans and friends alike celebrated. His creative genius is evident in a string of hits that have become anthems for generations. Songs like My Generation and Behind Blue Eyes showcase his talent for connecting with listeners through powerful lyrics and memorable melodies. These tracks, among others, have secured his place in the annals of rock history. Pete Townshend, a key figure in rock music, has a family connection to the classic TV series The Saint through his father-in-law, Edwin Astley, who composed its theme music. His own career achievements include receiving the British Phonographic Industry Award for Life Achievement in 1983. His band, The Who, also received recognition with an award for Outstanding Contribution in 1988 and was honored with an induction into the UK Music Hall of Fame in 25. Townshend's personal life includes being a father to 3 children, Emma, Aminta, and Joseph, born across different stages of his life. Pete Townshend's music has touched many lives. Share your favorite songs and moments from his career in the comments. Let's honor his musical journey together. If you enjoy celebrating artists who have shaped our music and culture like this video, share it with friends and subscribe for more stories. Your support helps keep the memory of these artists alive for future generations. Let's keep the conversation going.